This well-dressed lady came to a hotel to date her boyfriend, but unexpectedly, she was found in the same way as Elisa Lam. What happened to her? The case occurred on May 22, 2011, in a hotel in Wenling City, Zhejiang Province. At 11 p.m., a young man in a white shirt and a young woman in a dress entered room 606 of the hotel. The next day, May 23, 2011, a middle-aged man and a woman came to the police station to report that their son and daughter had disappeared. The middle-aged man said that his son, Gao Qiang, was a manager at a financial institution. He had never been late or absent from work, but he didn't come to work on the 23rd. His colleagues had called him and found his phone turned off. They were worried about him, so they contacted his father. The father couldn't contact Gao Qiang either, so he tried to contact Gao Qiang's girlfriend, Li Qian, but her cell phone was also turned off. The father felt something was wrong and immediately contacted the mother of Li Qian. However, her mother also couldn't find her, so they came to the police station for help. The police immediately obtained the identity information of the young couple and found that they had a record of staying at a hotel on the evening of the 22nd. Therefore, the police came to the hotel for investigation. The hotel receptionist told the police that the young couple had checked into room 606, and the police decided to go to the room to check. However, after the staff opened the door of room 606, the police sensed that something had happened there. There were many bloodstains on the carpet, and the quilt on the bed was obviously not the original one, but had been brought over from somewhere else, with a rose specially placed on it. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the police immediately protected the scene and waited for criminal investigation police to arrive for investigation. After a preliminary investigation, the police found that the room seemed to be very tidy and there were no belongings left by the guests, but there were some bloodstains on the walls and there were traces of being wiped and cleaned. The police also found that 2 pieces of carpet were cut from the carpet under the bed and then covered on the original carpet. There was a pool of fresh blood under them. The police estimated that there was about 100 milliliters of blood. In addition, there were also some bloodstains in the bathroom, but the police didn't find any belongings of the 2 missing persons in the room. Based on all the information on the scene, the police believed that there was a high probability of a homicide in this room. Then, the police needed to find the body first. The police brought in police dogs and conducted a comprehensive search of the hotel, trying to find clues related to the missing couple. At the same time, another team of police checked the surveillance video of the hotel and the vehicle trajectory of Gao Qiang. According to the check-in time of Gao Qiang, the police quickly found their images on the monitor at the hotel. The video showed that Gao Qiang drove into the parking lot outside the hotel at 22:57 on the 22nd night. At 22:58, he got out of the car and went into the lobby to check in. Then, he returned to his car to inform his girlfriend. At 23 o'clock, the man returned to the lobby and went to room 606. Three minutes later, his girlfriend Li Qian entered room 606. Afterward, the front desk staff said they didn't see them leave or check out. The police also didn't see them leave the hotel in the surveillance. However, when the police checked the hotel's surveillance video, they found that there were no videos from midnight to 3:47 a.m. on May 23rd. The police inspected the computer and believed that there was no possibility of deleting or altering the surveillance video by someone. Next, the possibility of missing surveillance video caused by power outages in the hotel was ruled out too. The police speculated that there was only one possible reason. That was, someone intentionally turned off the power of the surveillance system, causing the monitoring to be interrupted. That operation could only be done by the staff of the hotel, so the police began to investigate the hotel staff one by one. At this time, The police with the police dog had already searched the sixth floor of the hotel. When they reached a large cistern atop the hotel, the police dog's reaction was extremely excited. Then, the police checked the surrounding area and found some bloodstains. The strong reaction of the police dog and the bloodstains around the cistern indicated that there should be important discoveries. So the police climbed onto the cistern and found two dead bodies inside. The male victim was topless, wearing long pants and a white shirt around his neck. The female victim was wrapped in a sheet. The bodies that were salvaged were identified by the families as Gao Qiang and Li Qian, the young couple who had stayed in room 606 on the evening of the 22nd. According to the forensic examination, the two deceased died of internal organ rupture and hemorrhagic death caused by knife. Another group of police who investigated hotel staff also made significant discoveries. Two security on duty on the night of May 22nd were missing. At 8 o'clock on the morning of the 23rd, they both said that their families had emergencies and asked for a 10-day leave. Although the manager refused them at that time, they still left, and afterward their cell phones were turned off. The police came to the dorm of two security and found that all their belongings except for their uniforms were gone. Their sudden departure obviously was suspicious. The police retrieved their identity information and found that they were both from Sichuan City and named Chen Yuanzhong and Zhong Lei. To determine whether they were involved in the case, the police once again watched the surveillance video from Gao Qiang checking in to entering room 606. This time, the police found something suspicious. Just as Gao Qiang was checking in at the front desk and taking cash out of his bag, a man in a security uniform kept walking back and forth behind him. After being identified by hotel staff, this security was one of the two security who suddenly left. Gao Qiang was wearing a designer outfit and carrying a luxury handbag, from which he took out a large amount of cash. Moreover, he was driving a newly bought Mercedes. So did he get killed because he looked rich? The police also found that Chen Yuanzhong came to check on Gao Qiang's Mercedes-Benz at 11:07 p.m., but now Gao Qiang's car was no longer in the parking lot, which was obviously driven away by someone. The police found in the surveillance video outside the hotel entrance that Chen Yuanzhong walked out of the hotel at 5:46 a.m. on May 23rd. But after that, the two security never appeared on the hotel's monitors again. So the police watched the surveillance video around the hotel and finally found the missing Mercedes-Benz. At 3:58 a.m. on May 23rd, this car appeared at the crossroad of Hengshan Street. At 3:59, it appeared on Zetai Road and then drove northward. The police once again saw the car on the surveillance camera at 12:11 noon on May 23rd, driving on the highway heading for Wenling City. At this time, more than 10 hours had passed since the suspect got on the highway. The police estimated that the car had already left Zhejiang Province, but they checked all the toll stations on the highways in Zhejiang Province and found no record of the car leaving the highway. Because the suspects were from Sichuan, the police speculated that they might have driven the car to the west after getting on the highway, passing through Jiangxi Province and escaping to Sichuan Province. This route would pass through Hubei Province, Chongqing Municipality, and finally arrive in Sichuan Province. So the police in Wenling City immediately issued a joint investigation notice to these provinces' police, seeking their assistance in tracking down the suspected car. At this time, the police's pursuit was racing against the suspect's escape, because once they returned to their hometown, it would be very difficult to find them. Not long after, at around 1:20 p.m. on May 24th, the police of Sichuan Province called the police of Wenling City to inform them that they had arrested Chen Yuanzhong and Zhong Lei at a toll station in Zhejiang City and got the red Mercedes-Benz car that had been stolen. On the 29th, Chen Yuanzhong and Zhong Lei were taken back to Wenling, and both confessed to their crimes. Chen Yuanzhong, who had been working as security at the hotel where the crime occurred in early May, returned to his hometown in Sichuan and brought his friend Zhong Lei to Wenling to work as security together. They found that there were many rich people in the local area, and they slowly came up with the idea of robbing several 100,000 yuan and getting back to their hometown. On the night of May 22nd, 2011, when Gao Qiang was checking in and paid at the front desk, Chen Yuanzhong and Zhong Lei saw that he had a lot of cash in his bag, so they had evil intentions. In the early morning of May 23rd, they turned off the power of the hotel's surveillance system. At 1:34, they, taking knives with them, knocked on the door of room 606. They said they were hotel staff and needed to check the power lines. After a brief conversation, Gao Qiang opened the door with half belief. After entering the room, Chen Yuanzhong and Zhong Lei immediately locked the door and killed Gao Qiang together. Afterward, they heard someone screaming in the bathroom, so they went to the bathroom and killed Li Qian. After that, they robbed more than 8,600 yuan in cash and other valuables. In order to hide the body, they threw it into the cistern atop the hotel. Then they went to the dorm and took all their belongings. Zhong Lei drove away in the Mercedes, while Chen Yuanzhong stayed behind to recover the hotel's surveillance power and then left the hotel to meet Zhong Lei. Then they fled together, but they got arrested after 20 hours.
知道社会会抓的啊，那是迟早的事，没想到这么快就来了。
Later, they were sentenced to death. From this case, we really should be alert if someone knocks on the door and wants to get in during an unusual period of time, and don't let strangers enter unless we ensure our safety.